All right, so let's take a look. Rennie has a question on the board about interior designers. If has anybody ever hired an interior designer to revamp or remodel, and how much you pay them? I've worked with lots of interior designers through the years on lots of projects. Now I do a lot of it in-house, actually almost all of it. Darcy helped us out with a lot of color selections and color coordinations for Dirty. But some of the issues that I have with working with interior designers a lot of times, and how much it goes into paying them, is that a lot of times they're not really connected with or have a good understanding of what it takes to build a nightclub or even a restaurant. You know, a lot of times these designers are running around choosing materials and items and laying out flow patterns and bars and kitchens and just the wildest configurations that are completely not conducive to business. So if you're gonna hire anyone, you really want to look back at their projects, don't just show me a picture of a project that you did right after you finished it. Now I want to go see that project a year later and see how good it looks after a year of use and abuse. That's what you need to take a look at. Look at an interior designer's portfolio of what he opened then and what's still open now, so you can get a good idea of really how good they are. Because a good product will equal a successful business in most cases. Yes, it can be run into the ground by bad ownership. Yes, it can be run into the ground by bad management. There's a lot of factors that go along with that. But one of the biggest things, and a lot of the guys had some good points on here. Peter from Disco Designer, how you doing, Peter? It's been a long time. Chatted with you a while ago about sharing our links. Still interested in that. We still got to get on that. My web guy, what a flaky web guy. But Peter has some really out of control awesome things that he does. So he really is a very experienced guy with what he's got going on. Peter, it's good to hear from you. Glad to see you on the board. Somebody else, Club Design out of Chicago. You know, a lot of times when you are paying a decorator 10% of your budget, wow, that's a lot, considering, you know, all right, you got to pay your architect 10%, and then your designer 10%, and then you're paying your contractor 10%. You know, that's 30%. That number grows and grows and grows, and that's a lot of the reasons why a lot of businesses get put out of business, because they run short on capital because they put too much capital into it. Even here at Dirty, we ran into lots of overruns. Lots. I mean, you know, it's an old building. The building's in 1908. So we ran into lots of overruns. You know, we had a huge payment that we had to make, a down payment to our landlord. We had a lot of plumbing issues that we had to go in and just remove all of the old plumbing and put all new plumbing in the whole building. You know, we had to do a lot of upgrades to bring the building up to code for the city, and it was a lot of work that we weren't ready financially to do. We were able to pull it off, and we were able to get Dirty up and running. And you know, our cost of getting Dirty up and running was initially lower after we got all the things done. I mean, it was substantially higher. We did have some cost overruns, and we had to deal with it. You know, it's just something that every single business, and a lot of times interior designers don't see this. They don't see what's going on. So, you know, a lot of times they don't see what's going on in the big picture. They just see, okay, you know, what am I going to do here, here, and here? They need to be more in touch, I think. So choose wisely.